Hi, welcome back to day 2 of 78. In the district court, defendant lobby number 3.
Yeah.
Does it change every time what lobby number it is?
I don't know.
I feel like 3 is the common one, but I've also seen like lobby 2, lobby
Yeah, I've
1,
definitely
lobby
seen 2.
6. What do you mean Miss Faye still being held hostage? Was this the final case or something? Who's this mastermind?
That was like the perfect, like, you know how in like shit like Family Guy they have to like talk about the plot every time a commercial break ends?
Yeah.
To make sure, yeah, that was the perfect to like, oh, did you just resume on like the start of chapter 6? Well, here you
Paul
go.
Addison Wimperson was nothing more than a puppet.
What, that very competent guy? Really?
His benefactor was the one pulling the strings. But I have no idea who they are. So all we know is that the person he was trying to give... So all we know is it's the person he was trying to give the orb to? Right. He was just following orders. Whoever it is, it seems they really want to get their hands on the orb.
Well, if he was just following orders, I guess he didn't do anything wrong, right?
Except for killing. But he was following orders.
Yeah, that's never... Listen, no one has ever... I mean, maybe I'm forgetting an important... I don't think anyone's ever used that excuse in a bad way. I don't... Am I wrong?
Watergate.
Not what I was dancing around, but sure.
So then Miss Faye's abductor's the work of this so-called benefactor too? Right again. Whoever they are, they're in Kurain. Along with Maya. I wonder who they could be. I've never had the voice both Apollo and Phoenix, and it's just really awkward.
Yeah. Right. This Maya, the spirit medium you've been talking about. She wouldn't happen to be that bun-haired young lady you defended back in Kurain?
That's her. What do you ask?
I see. I think I know what's going on here.
We're the ones who kidnapped her.
Yep. I've got good news for you, Wright. Maya's somewhere safe. That much I'm sure of. Because I kidnapped her.
I'm afraid you've lost me.
So that's who the little snot's patron is. It's all starting to make sense. That fool has no idea I'm here in the States with you all.
Dirk, you mind filling us in?
No. Cool plumed Punisher ringtone.
No caller ID. I wonder who's calling. I wonder who's calling! Hello. Do you want to do Mysterious Voice X, or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, I could do Mr. Yeah, sure. Mr. Phoenix Wright, yes? Let me start by thanking you for taking such good care of my subordinate.
Who is this?
I believe you know me as Mr. Addison's benefactor.
Sounds like they're using a voice changer or something to disguise themselves. Where's Maya? Is she safe?
I had my ears on today's proceedings. What a shock it was to hear that the key to solving the orb's riddle is a spirit medium.
What if this is Sarge?
I admit, I did not see that coming.
He guessed it immediately. Shit. Wait, did they plant a listening device in here somehow?
It's like Kay's badge again.
Yeah.
They're like, wait, Kay's here? You just hear the sounds of a grimace shake in the background. Nevertheless, don't think for a minute that it
What
would
do you mean
guarantee
the
my
sounds
safety.
of a grimace shake? What does that sound like?
I would assume like the music that plays in Danganronpa when you find a dead body.
We just find Kay's dead body next to the grimace shake. Everyone's like, oh, she drank a grimace shake. Alright, that's over and done with. Anyway, back to the main story.
Yep.
Nevertheless.
I read that. She's not the only medium within my reach, you see.
You harm a hair on Maya's head and you'll have to answer to me. I'll have you know I bench press 20 pounds.
Right.
Sometimes
Give it here in a sec.
25. Wait.
Hey there. How's it going, stranger? Who is this? Why, it's your friendly neighborhood dragon. I just happened to be in the U.S., Japan, on a little trip. Minister of Justice Inga Karkul Kurain.
Inga. What? Maya's kidnapper. I mean, that's what I was guessing. It's Kurain's. Minister of Justice.
What, that very...
Very
pleasant-looking
normal,
guy?
very pleasant, very not evil bastard.
I believe you were Inga's voice.
Dirk, is that you, you dirty turncoat? Now what in blazes is going on here?
Oh, you know, just popped over to the States for a little R&R.
Are they brothers? God damn it. They're brothers, aren't they?
But enough about me, Inga. That was a poor excuse for a bluff you pulled just now. We both know your threats are as empty as your head. You can't lay a hand on Maya Fey, and I do mean that literally.
What is he talking about?
You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye.
My fan ain't my only, how shall I say, insurance, you know, Dirk.
What?
I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? No, that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? I guess it's... Narita? Glad you're seeing things my way. Meet me at a Mamara's tomb tomorrow, 3 p.m. sharp. You better come alone, got it? If all goes well, the orb is all you'll need to get Maya Fey back. You know what's a series that does kidnapping very good?
Which one? AI?
Kind of, but actually I was gonna say, Alex Rider. It actually has a lot of kidnapping scenes, and most of them are handled very intelligently by the kidnapper. I mean, usually the fucking evil villain does a fucking stupid at some point, but it's like reasonable stupid. It's like strong ego stupid. That's not like actually that stupid. I'm thinking of like the fourth book, where there is a ripoff of Michael Jackson who wants to nuke the entirety of the United States, and along with other places.
I mean, that sounds like an Ace Attorney villain.
Yeah, just a little bit. Dirk, what's going on?
You heard him. I have to get back to Korean at once.
What? Why?
No time to explain.
But are you even gonna make it? What if there are no seats left on the next flight? Plus, you're a wanted man. They're not gonna just let you get on a plane. Let me worry about that, Mr. Justice. There he is.
Right.
Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth.
Yes,
a third person who I don't ever change the voice for.
Yes, I'm here because I saw Kay run this way. Have you seen her?
Oh yeah,
I'm
she's
worried.
dead.
Yes, I know. She's
What are you
dead for
doing here?
years.
No, it's okay. She's done this before. She usually gets back
It's
up.
okay. She's off getting in Emma Sky's Discord DMs. So.
Taking care of the hostage situation. Oh, now that you mention it. Pearl did say that she saw you around in Korean Village. Korean, not Korean. I had him look into a few things while I was on my way back from Korean. Including my situation, of course. I was astonished to hear she was still in Korean over there. But it explained why I found no connection between her and Mr. Addison. Sorry to interrupt, but going back to the plane situation... I've taken the liberty of chartering one for us. It's ready to take off at any time. And I will do what's necessary to hide the fact that Dirk Sadmati is on board. Wow. Must be nice to be chief prosecutor. Right, we have no time to lose. We must head for Korean at once. Right.
He said his name like a Pokemon. I'm going too! After all, you're bound to need my help. No fair, I want to go too.
This isn't a vacation, Trucy. Besides, I'll need you to hold down the fort. What?
Daddy!
Guess I should also only bring what's necessary. Throws out Athena. Sorry, Trucy, but would you mind holding on to this Athena for me? Just like plop her in her
Wow,
arms.
Athena, you're actually really a light. Yeah.
Unnecessary evidence and Athena foisted onto Trucy.
Fine. But you'd better bring me back something besides just more evidence.
And Athena.
And another Athena.
Oh, don't worry, she's one of a kind.
Excellent, that annoying Athena chick will be coming with us. Now, let us make haste to Korean.
Man, Trucy doesn't get to participate in the game. I guess in trial 2 she kind of got to participate.
Yeah.
But she was, like, on trial. She didn't really get to participate.
Yeah.
And that's how our sudden trip to the kingdom of Kareem began. Never imagined I'd return to the country of my youth under such circumstances, though. Now, see, this is the difference between investigations in this game. That plane ride would have been an entire case in and of itself.
Yeah,
Twice.
I mean, it literally was.
Twice. Temple. That was a long flight. But it's already 2:30 in the afternoon. Talk about cutting it close. The Kingdom of Kurain. This is no time to reminisce, but I gotta say, this place sure brings back some memories. Hurry up, Apollo. Right behind you.
Amara's tomb is located in the courtyard of Garan Palace. Also, Apollo, you should watch out around here. They still have those tiny sharks in the pool. Never took care of that.
They never grew up?
No. No, it's a species. They're not babies. It's not baby shark doo-doo-doo-doo. They're just small.
Tiny.
Anyways, we should have just enough time to get there. And let's sprint there. Think you can keep up, Apollo?
She just starts sprinting and slips into the water and gets eaten by tiny
Athena,
sharks.
how'd you get on the plane? Oh, I stowed away in the the checked bags.
Sure, no sweat. I'll contact the royal family and the local police and inform them of our arrival and that Athena stowed away. What the fuck? Thanks, Edgeworth. We would just like to inform the audience that we actually do like Athena.
I'm fucked.
Any ideas, Athena?
I'm gonna go get a fake passport, probably. I know you probably want to reminisce and all, but there's no time for that right now. I need a fucking passport.
Yeah, you're
Please.
right. We've got to get to Amara's tomb where Miss Faye is being held captive.
What? Oh, wait. I forgot about that.
Hey, have you seen my attorney badge?
Apollo, don't go showing me stuff for no reason. I have to find Miss Faye before it's too late.
Alright.
What if like some of the discarded evidence was the Founder's Orb, Patrice? She's like, Apollo, are you sure you don't need this?
No, we don't need this. This is a new place.
Yeah.
I wasn't made for all the running and climbing and near drowning I've done this week. It's 2:45, only 15 minutes. Don't pretend that Phoenix can do all this running just fine.
His internal monologue, would be a lot. See that cylindrical building rising in the distance? That's Amara's tomb.
Amara? Wasn't that the previous queen? The one who was assassinated?
Yep, I killed her. Yes, and I'm the one they pinned it on.
I hope we don't find Amara. That would be kind of scary. Just like from Persona. Just like some dick chariot.
Apollo, are you okay?
It'll take a few minutes to get to the tomb from here. So, you have returned, Barbed Head.
Wow, lucky guess on whose voice that was.
Yeah, who else calls Phoenix Wright Barbed Head except half the cast?
It was Edgeworth.
I've seen her before on the news. If I remember correctly. This is the Crown Princess Rafa Padme Kurain. It's Padma. What are you people doing here? This is the royal residence. Commoners are not allowed entry without permission. A prosecutor from the States should have already called and requested permission for us to enter. Oh shit, I knew I forgot something. As to why we're here, your benevolence, have you seen Minister Inga? If you seek my father, I just saw him heading towards Amara's tomb. Was he with anyone? You know, like some shady-looking underlings or something? No, he was alone. Why do you ask? Looks like she has no idea about Miss Faye's abduction.
You hear that? I think we have company.
Where's your passport?
Why did you only ask me that?
I have a sniffer for people without passports. And you smell like someone who doesn't have a passport.
Ah.
She's got a point, Athena.
I knew I shouldn't have bought that deodorant that was marketed as smells like you don't have a passport.
Barry. Bow down before her glory. My pockets look like nipples. Or like breasts. It's like... That's a lot of O's. Approaches! Huh? Garan.
I believe I was Garon's voice.
Yeah. I remember her looking prettier. It's probably the get up. Is this what she was wearing before?
I think so. Maybe she wore something else.
Yeah, this is a little too ridiculous. Queen Garan.
Guards.
Fuck 'em.
Surround Amara's tomb at once.
Yes, Your Eminence! What's she doing? Is she gonna help us? Excuse me, Your Eminence.
So, our barbed head lawyer returns. May we presume you are here for Maya Fey, the spirit medium who has been abducted?
Yes, you may.
Allow us to apologize for the criminal actions of our husband.
Well, this is actually shaping up pretty fast. I don't understand how this could take an extra 3 days. Sounds like we're solving all the problems immediately. Oh, no need to apologize for him.
Honestly, Inga, abducting a guest in our country, how could you?
Father abducted someone? Your Eminence, what about those soldiers over there?
They are the Garan Royal Guard, soldiers who serve the crown and no other.
Royal Guard.
They are an elite force selected from only the most loyal and outstanding of our subjects.
And why have you ordered them to surround the tomb?
The police will not come if it is my husband who is committing the crime. We shall have to storm the tomb and take Minister Inga into custody ourselves.
What? You mean...
Garan, no, his hostage is in there. Dirk. How dare you set foot in the palace? Have you come to turn yourself in?
Listen, we need to call a truce.
We need to call a truce for now. Garan Royal Guard, seize this traitor of the crown.
Oh, I see, we're still complicating things. As you wish, Your Eminence.
Resist or you die.
Wait a second.
Slow down there, Garan. I'm here to conduct a hostage exchange. But if you take me in now, Maya Fey is as good as dead. A hostage exchange? And why would he choose to do such a thing with you? We can talk about that later. Right now, I need to get in there before it's too late. If I can't resolve this in 20 minutes, you can storm the place. Now then, if you'll excuse me. Dirk, wait. Guards, allow the insurgent Dirk Asadmati to pass.
Barbed Head, you have some explaining to do. Ask your mother. What do you mean, why me?
Why does everyone always tell me to ask my mother about everything?
Right, well, while we're waiting here. Apollo, why don't you explain the situation? What the... Me? Alright, Athena, you explain it. You don't have a passport.
What the fuck?
Leave nothing out, Hornhead, or I'll dehorn you where you stand. Hornhead? She doesn't waste any time coming up with mean nicknames. It's with the attitude. Her father's the one who abducted Miss Fey.
Athena's just like, what's my nickname? What's my nickname? Is it like, you know, they were calling me like a chicken. This little. No, she's ignoring me. Okay.
Hey, look at this cool attorney's badge. Hornhead! Stop wasting time and explain what's going on now. And make it quick, or I'll yank those horns right off your head. How about we keep our hands to ourselves and I'll explain everything? Guess I better start talking. Do you think when, like, people need to, like, get Rafa somewhere and she's, like, tired, they just use like her hair handles and just like carry her like luggage.
I think that like whenever she's like tired, she'll be like, Nana, and then Nana will like slide over and then like use the handles to like turn her at like 45 degrees like to the like towards the ground and then like drag her, and then it makes like a concrete sliding noise. That's what I think.
This is really painful. Why did I ask for this? Do my ears deceive me, or did I hear talk of my father abducting someone? Oh, you heard right. He abducted my fae and, insolent fool! Pardon my rudeness. A gentle soul such as my father could not possibly have committed such a crime.
I think everyone, including her mom, just laughs.
Gentle? You think he's gentle? I'm afraid it's true, your benevolence. He is holed up in that tomb as we speak. Really? I find this difficult to believe. Why would he do such a thing? Yeah, your benevolence. You saw your father heading towards the tomb, right? I did. I was over on that veranda, deep in thought. When I saw him hurrying towards the tomb, I'd say it was about 10 minutes ago. Why was he rushing? Maybe he was worried he'd be late? Did you see anything else heading to the tomb? I saw no one else after he entered. So Minister Inga and Miss Faye are the only ones in there beside Dirk. Who knows, but I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two with him. You know what's going to happen?
Yeah, what's up?
Inga's going to be dead, isn't he? Inga's so dead, and then it's going to be like, who killed him? Was it the insurgent Dirk? Was it Maya Faye? Was it the mysterious third person? The clown from Investigation 2? Whoa!
I think it was probably Max Galactica.
You knew it. That's what he's been doing for the past 10 plus years.
He just like went over to Amara's tomb, and he's just been, you know, in Deltarune Chapter 2 when they're hiding from Queen and they jump into like the alleyway and put like their hands and feet like in an X position, like to hold themselves. That's what he's been doing that in there for like 10 years.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think Max Galactica actually did it, because that would involve him doing something cool, and I don't want to believe that he'd do anything cool.
Oh, that's true. Maybe that's where Kay Faraday is.
And maybe she killed him. She, like, drank the Grimace Shake and, like, hulked out.
Can you imagine if, like, Kay was in this game, and I knew it this whole time, and I just, like, gaslit you?
I had a very strong feeling that Francisca would show up at some point, and you haven't told me. I truly don't know, actually. Like, there's no joke there. I genuinely don't know. The only thing I know now that's a spoiler is that Larry Butts exists in the DLC.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I'm completely, like, I didn't know Pearly was going to be here. I didn't know Dirk was just going to show the fuck up out of nowhere. Like, hey, son!
I love that so much. That made me, like, I really like his character. And that was, like, a moment where I was just like, oh, this is great. This is going to be great.
Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised if he had a minion or two in there with him.
Banana!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When there's two, there's more. Dirk. I sure hope he's alright. Have you ever gone back and watched the original Despicable Me after all this minion shit?
No.
It's fucking terrifying to watch, like, it be a normal movie that's actually pretty good. Pretty, like, heartwarming and fun. And then you see, like, the supermarket scene, which is just, like, kind of bland and forgettable and just, like, one of those minion crap scenes. There's, like, a bunch of minions there, and you're like, dear God, this is what the whole company became.
Yeah.
It's only been 5 minutes. Yeah, that's how long it took me to advance the line. It feels like an eternity. It's probably what the people watching this are thinking.
They either closed the video or they spammed right arrow key.
Patience, Apollo, patience. Someone's so fucking dead. Don't even pretend. It could be Dirk, but I don't think it's gonna be Dirk. I think he has too much shit left to do. Meanwhile, Inga don't give a shit about him, so they probably wouldn't care about killing Inga. Plus, if Dirk dies, it's like so fucking obvious who killed him. Meanwhile, if Inga dies, it's like, who did it? It's been almost 20 minutes. What's taking Dirk so long?
The appointed time has come. Our royal guard shall now storm in.
Can't you wait just a little longer?
No, we cannot. Every second we wait puts the hostage's life in even more danger. Therefore, we see no alternative but to order our guards to storm in, which will have her killed.
We really should have sent him in with, like, a walkie-talkie or something. But that'll put Mrs. Faye's life in danger, too.
Guards, storm the tomb and seize Minister Inga, along with the insurgent Dirk Sanmati.
Yes, your eminence! What? Dirk's under arrest, too?
Naturally, that traitorous snake assassinated my predecessor, Queen Amara. Now go, seize them both.
Hurrah! We're going in!
Follow me, man!
For her eminence, Radihara Garan! Oh, fuck, he's dead! I hope no one gets hurt. Your eminence! What the? Why are they running back out?
What is the meaning of this?
Something terrible has happened! Dirk, the minister! He's dead! Dirk or the minister or both? I guess it could be both. I never thought about it being both, and then it's Maya Fey on trial again. Wow, Maya Fey, you killed both of them? Fucking girl boss.
What's this?
What? Apollo, quick. I'm right behind you.
No one enters without our... Come, let us see what has transpired.
Yes, your eminence! I like these royal guards. They're annoying.
Yeah, I like how they cha-cha slide in. Real smooth.
May 18th, Garam Palace, Amara's tomb. This would be a great time for a Danganronpa scene.
Yeah.
Where's Dirk? Apollo over there. Dirk! Dirk, what are you doing? Dirk. Dirk? What have you done?
Apollo.
Hey, Apollo, how's it going? Look.
So it is Minister Inga who has fallen. Guards, seize this murderous man at once.
Yes, your eminence! Surrender now or perish, royal scum! You've been caught committing crimes against Scarman or people! What say you in your defense? I'm gonna have to ask you to stop that shouting!
No, wait! Ugh.
Police brutality! Police brutality! That scene hits a lot funnier in Shrek 2 nowadays.
I'm not familiar.
It's like after Shrek turns into a human and Donkey turns into a horse. Later on, they just like start beating the shit out of them to like capture them, and then they throw a satchel of like sugar drugs at the cat. They're like, "Look, he has drugs on him." It's like, I didn't have that. It's actually such a funny scene. Shrek 2 is amazing, actually.
I do remember that now that you mention it.
Dirk, they're taking him away. Ow! Dirk just threw something at me. It's the Founder's Orb. Okay. Wait, this is the... Is he telling me to keep it safe? Nick, is that you? That's you.
Nick?
That's Maya.
Is that you?
Maya, are you alright?
Dirk, he saved me. I feel exhausted. I can't keep my eyes open.
No, please, you have to keep your eyes open. You have to explain this so we don't take 3+ days on this.
Oh,
No, I'm too tired. Bleh. Eto bleh. Maya! Mr. Inga, the man behind Miss Faye's abduction, has been killed. And no one cared. Dirk was arrested for his murder. So it was that the abduction of Maya Fey came to a sudden and unexpected resolution. With this, the curtain fell on the minister. But things were far from over. Or maybe he's just not even going to be dead. Maybe he has like a twin brother. Who the fuck knows?
It's like the bunny girls again.
Yeah. It was like his double. May 18th, Grand Palace, Royal Residence. What the?
Apollo, what happened? I was too busy trying to get a fake passport, and it didn't work out. I'm still waiting for some messages.
Yeah, I can't say for sure, but I think my dad killed somebody. From what I can tell, it seems Dirk has killed Minister Inga.
What? You think he did it to save us? I'm sorry, I gotta drop the passport joke. It's rotting my brain.
Most likely, but who knows? I'm really confused right now. Plus, we can drop it. She got a passport. She's good. She's allowed to be here now. My father, this cannot be. I must see for myself. Your benevolence, we cannot allow you to pass. Fools, stand aside. Forgive us, but we have direct orders from Her Eminence, Queen Garan. Why'd you open the attorney's badge court record?
Should say so.
Father, oh, father. It's okay, he's a piece of shit. You'll get over it. Dirk, you will pay for this. Paul, let's go regroup somewhere. Very normal reaction to hearing that your father just died is, damn it. Fuck, he's gonna pay for this.
I think it's, like, not too weird.
Like, there'd be a bit more of a period of shock. Maybe some, like,
I think,
emotions.
I think that I think that's fair that some people would react with immediate anger when hearing that they, like, it was a murder specifically.
I feel like it's specific. Like, if I saw someone murder, that would be, like, anger first. Versus just, like, hey, your father's dead.
I think
like, that's like a...
I don't know. I think that that's, like, a small enough detail that, you know, for you, that's how it would be, but for someone else, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I don't think it's, like, unrealistic. I just think, like, about those types of things a lot. I'm like, how would this character actually react here? When I'm, like, writing. Like, what's the most natural / logical?
Totally. I mean, that's how I write.
Yeah. No, we write that there's little sharks in the water.
So that's not writing. That's free flow of words. All right. Are you okay, Apollo?
Well, I was until they started feeding Inga to the tiny sharks in the water.
They didn't
I don't know why they're doing that.
You're hallucinating.
Yeah. That's where speaking with the local
hallucinated
police.
that I had a passport again, and the joke was over.
It's not. So let's sit
really
tight and play.
Not.
Okay. I know you must be in a state of shock right now, but I need you to stay with us, Apollo. He's right. I can't go into pieces now. Thanks, Mr. Wright. I'll be fine. Athena won't be, though. She's gonna get, like, her kidney stolen.
What?
Oh, yeah, that's what they do to people who don't have passports in this country.
Get, like, a fine. What do you mean?
Yeah, you're gonna get a fine of 1 kidney.
I only have one.
It's okay. You can be fine without a kidney.
No, I only have the one. Wait.
Right. Mr. Justice, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
No kidding! Wait! I'm gonna die!
It looks like things will only get more complicated from here. Prosecutor Edgeworth, what's happening with Dirk? Oh, right, Dirk. I was referring to Athena. You know, we'll start with Dirk. As I understand, he's been officially charged with the murder of Minister Inga. He has? No shit. However, I did manage to get his permission to investigate the crime scene. And I expect we'll be allowed to visit Mr. Sabmati shortly. You know, Edgeworth, can you, like, do this case, like, instead of us? We've already put our neck on the line, like, 8 times here. It's your turn.
I haven't done a case on my own in 7 years.
Yeah,
what do you mean on your own? Didn't
it.
you have, like, a weird girl with you? Huh? Who? What?
Thank you. I'm sure glad Prosecutor Edgeworth is here with us.
Can we say, like, memes aside, this is a very, very good mix of this song.
Yes.
It's not, obviously, it's still a bit, like, it's just Edgeworth appearing, it's not like a fucking, you know, it's nowhere near, like, it's still a little out of place, but, like...
But, like, if it's him, and it's, like, his version, like, seeing him appear, it was like,
It's
yeah, I felt the music. I'm like, yeah.
It's not Manfred von Carva exiting a sugar castle. So
No.
yeah.
And it's not very perfectly timed German girl appearing through the court doors after being shot.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it just so happens that the detective Sky is here and correct. They, like, some characters just get to be in every fucking thing, and some characters just, you never see them again.
I was thinking about that with, like, Gumshoe, because I was like, you know, Sky basically, like, Emma basically
replaced him.
has replaced him. So, actually, I'm kind of fine with that. I like her.
I mean, but, like, in
should show up
5,
sometime.
he was just replaced with
Just
fucking
Fulbright. Yeah.
Fulbright.
Yeah, and that when that work turned out well, and everyone was happy with it.
I don't know, we could have Gumshoe and Sky. Why not both?
Mm-hmm.
Why not both? So I've asked her here to assist us with this investigation. What? What's she doing here? It seems Prosecutor Sabmati has grown quite fond of her. He's been ferrying her around all over the place. A few days here, a few days there. They've almost become a team of sorts. Despite what Nayuda says, it seems he thinks highly of Emma's skills.
So what now, Paulo?
You're still here?
Oh.
I think I'll go pay Durka a visit at the detention center.
What about me?
Yeah, we'll take you to the detention center where you belong. Maybe they won't take your kidney if we take you directly there.
Maybe.
I want to go check on if Maya's at the hospital. What about you, Athena?
What about me? That's what I've been trying to
You want to go to the hospital to have your kidney removed?
If there's footwork to be done, I'd better stick with Apollo and give him a hand. Because if I stick around y'all, then maybe they won't. You'll see, it's like a bear. A bear doesn't want to attack you if you're in a group. So maybe who's gonna steal my kidney?
Very well, then I will accompany Wright. Okay, we'll go our separate ways for now.
Wait, who do I look out for?
Alright, if anything comes up, you have my cell number.
No, I don't. I didn't bring my phone either. Do you know your way around here, Apollo?
It's been over 10 years
find...
since I left, but I'll try not to get us hopelessly lost.
I need to find like a firearm store or something. Protect myself.
Hey look, I have an attorney's badge.
That's great. Yeah, so the type's only used back home.
You had your badge for a while now and you're just noticing that?
Hey, I'm still getting used to things after all the time I spent in Europe. I'm also an anxious mess right now, but as they say, when in Rome, get your kidney stolen.
Wait, what are we even talking about anymore?
That's a great point.
Any ideas?
Queen Karan shows a lot of personal attendants.
Yeah, the Grand Royal Guard. They're like her own private army.
Or like an elite fan club made up of carefully selected soldiers who adore her.
Did you know
That's
that every single one of them is like surgically trained?
Wait, surgically?
Yeah, they're trained for surgery of all kinds.
Oh.
There's one specific one they specialize in.
Oh.
Gallbladder removal.
Oh, okay. I actually kind of need that done, so that's, you know, maybe I'll worry.
That's a pretty blunt way of putting it.
Dirk Sanmati, the charismatic leader of the Defiant Dragons, arrested. I'm just reading a newspaper off the ground. This is gonna deal a major blow to the rebels.
Don't steal that from the Sharks. I can already see Dats having a heart attack when he finds out.
Speaking of Dats, he was on the plane with us. He was in the fucking checked luggage with me, but I haven't seen him since we landed.
Dirk said he wanted Dats to go home before he caused any more trouble.
Yeah, he strikes me as a troublemaker.
I just hope he doesn't do anything too crazy, like trying to break Dirk out of jail. Alright, let's get a move on, not present.
Oh, can I have your kidney? No.
Actually, I guess I could present the fact that I have the Founder's Orb. It's kind of nifty.
The orb. It was a real surprise to find out that it's hollow on the inside, wasn't it?
Yeah, and an even bigger surprise to find the founder's face was hidden within.
Now that the orb's secret has been revealed, how are you supposed to restore it to its original state?
Well, it was probably wax or something that melted to reveal the figure inside, so if we turned it upside down and heated it up again, it should go back to the way it was.
Oh, I get it. That's one clever little contraption. Maybe we can barter it for my life. I've been thinking about that photo. Just trying to distract myself from what's going on right now. Your father was quite the manly man, Apollo. What happened?
I sense a compliment in there somewhere.
Huh? Where'd you get that idea?
Oh, never mind.
Never mind what?
Nice weather we're having today.
Ah. Is there something you wanted to hear me say, Apollo?
Look, just forget I said anything, okay? Let's get a schmoove on. To the Deet Center. Hey, Dad, what's up?
Apollo, here to see your old man, are ya?
Dad, why'd you kill him? Dirk, are they done interrogating you?
Nope, the phone hasn't even started. I imagine they'll really rake me over the coals, though.
They kicked the shit out of you.
I don't even want to think about how harsh their interrogation method will be.
Yeah, but that's nothing compared to what they'll do to you if they find you.
What the fuck? Why am I here? We should have gone back to the hotel.
We told you! We said you should wait with Trucy!
No, that's... I meant, why did I come to the detention center? I should have... They branded me a terrorist who killed the previous queen and now the justice minister. At least I have both my kidneys. Found guilty of these crimes, I'll be facing a very public execution.
Public execution?
So actually, Athena, your problems, can you shut the fuck up? Cause, like, mine does actually matter. Oh, I'll die too, I only have the one.
This is worse than I thought.
Come on, son, turn that frown upside down. You'll jinx us. As soon as I get out of here, I'll take you to this tasty hash house I know. After Athena's funeral.
I'd like that.
What do you mean?
I really need to focus on what happened. Time to switch to work mode. Hey, Dirk, can you tell me what happened? Oh, and there's also something I wanted you to take a look at. Tell us about the incident. Dirk, what happened in there? You didn't really kill Mr. Ingot, did you?
Well, the thing is, I really don't know.
How the Nobody knows anything. Huh. Could never just be a normal cut and dry cutting.
I remember seeing the mural of the founder right as I entered the tomb, but I got all dizzy immediately after that. The next thing I knew, I was standing there with a bloody knife in my hand, and covered in Ingot's blood.
So you don't remember meeting with him?
No, the last thing I remember after entering the tomb is feeling really dizzy. There's no way he can explain what happened if he can't remember anything.
Yeah.
I suppose there's no getting out of this one.
We can't give up yet.
I was just messing with you, son.
Well, stop. It's not funny.
Sorry.
Sheesh, nothing seems to faze him. Not even being arrested for murder.
This is gonna be one tough case, Apollo. Not only have I been charged with Inga's murder, but I've also been charged with Amara's assassination from 23 years ago.
Do I have to disprove both? You're on trial for 2 charges.
Garan is practically licking her chops just thinking about my public execution.
Wait, 23 years ago? Isn't that past, like, statute of limitations?
You think there are sane laws here, Apollo?
Buddy, they're gonna take my fucking kidney. There are no sane laws here.
Actually, that one I agree with. Why?
I
Guess it means we can't afford to lose our heads, huh?
don't know how you can laugh at a time like this.
So, son, I take it you'll be defending me at my trial.
Of course. You can count on me.
That's my boy. Looks like your nerves are as steely as those vocal cords of yours. After all, you've got the Defense Culpability Act to contend with, too. Really just a lot on your
Yay.
plate.
Oh, right. So if you're found guilty, then I'll be charged with the same double homicide, huh?
Don't tell me you forgot about that.
I'll be fine. I just have to make sure we win this one.
You sure? Because you don't sound very fine. Apollo? What was that about an assassination 23 years ago?
Well...
How'd they do it? Because I'm thinking of assassinating the queen.
About that incident 23 years ago. That was when the previous Queen Amara was assassinated, wasn't it?
Yes, someone set her private residence on fire. She lost her life in the ensuing blaze. It was fucking hilarious.
And you were arrested for the crime.
Why would they arrest you, Mr. Sanmani? Weren't you just a lawyer back then? What relation could you have had with the queen? About that. Mara was, well, she was my wife.
My life.
I may not look the part, but I was once husband to a queen. In short, I was royalty.
Dad, I'm a prince?
No. Remember, your dad's that one guy in the photo? What? No way!
Jeez.
Are you saying you won the heart of the reigning queen? Come on, you're talking to a guy who honed his prowess against witnesses on the stand. Even a queen is no match for this dragon's glare. Wow, you're really something else.
So was a verdict ever reached, Dirk?
I acted as my own attorney and won. Until I was accused of fabricating evidence, that is. Then it all went south.
Now where have I heard a story like that before? Hey, wait a minute. Isn't that double jeopardy? Actually, it's not technically the same crime.
What happened after that? I made a run for it. You ran? But why? I didn't kill Amara, and I didn't fabricate any evidence. But if I had stuck around for a retrial, I'd have been found guilty for sure. I couldn't allow that to happen. Amara's true killer would never face justice if I did. So I left my law practice behind and went underground.
Sonic Underground? God, no.
Faster, 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 faster.
That's Sonic X.
Yeah, I know. I said God, no. I wanted to do the other one.
Okay. But that was 23 years ago.
No, Sonic X, I think that was in the aughts, son.
Sonic X was actually like 23 years ago, unironically. Are you telling me that after all these years, you still haven't discovered the truth?
Yeah, the fact that it was an arson means that the crime scene was reduced to ashes.
It's probably like 2001? 2002?
2003.
2003, okay. 20 years ago. That show was fucking weird.
Yep.
Wasn't Amy like, or not Amy, Rouge, like, in love with a human or some fucking shit like that?
I don't remember.
God. Who decided to put Sonic and like all the characters in like the human realm?
I mean,
They've like
the people who made Sonic Adventure 1, right? Actually, I mean, it might have been Eggman's like a guy, and he's in the original game.
I feel like Nintendo was very smart by just having the Mushroom Kingdom be its own separate universe, where it's just like Mario, Luigi, and like a bunch of toads and shit. Meanwhile, fucking Sonic is like, no, we'll just put it with humans. That way, human fan art can just go fucking in.
I actually really like that.
I think it's unique. Leads to some very awkward shit like Sonic 06 with like the Final Fantasy princess. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the fact that it was an arson means I already read this. You already read this.
There's little in the way of evidence left. It's just been brick wall after brick wall.
Just another brick in the wall. I guess that means it's all up to me to figure it out, huh? Along with Minister Inga's murder, of course. I think I'm going to be sick.
Come on, son. Don't look so down. With you on the case, it'll work out somehow.
I hope he's right.
Say, son, do you remember my office?
Sure. I remember that messy, dimly lit room.
The file I've amassed on a Mars assassination is kept there. I think it might help you on this case. Do you remember how to get there?
Let me think. Is it going to be a puzzle? I recall going in through a manhole. How can I not, Dirk? I hated how I always got so dirty getting there, and that stench. Wait. Why is his house in a manhole?
It's because it's the law office, which it's not in there, but you have to go through there to get up into it, and it's because he abandoned it when he was found like guilty of fabricating evidence.
But he's talking about when Apollo
23 years ago was before.
Oh, yeah, it was. Okay. That whole case is important too, but I should probably focus on the minister's murder first. By the way, what's up with this?
I see you got it safely out of the tomb.
Why'd you throw it at me like that?
I want you to listen carefully, son. The orb must not fall into Garon's hands. Not ever.
I thought Minister Inga was the one who was after it. He was the one who lent it to Professor Buff to study, after all. So haven't you exposed his crime now?
I have, but there's more connected to this relic than meets the eye. Much more. Kind of like Transformers. And whatever it is, I can't help feeling that it could turn this entire kingdom upside down.
You said something like that before. Looks like Dirk's intuition's at it again.
Garon will do anything to retrieve this. So guard it well, son. At least until tomorrow's trial.
I'm afraid the time's up. Oh, that's not. Nayuta.
I gotta blow my nose real quick.
All these groups existing to like fabricate perpetual motion machines. Fucking Nayuta did it himself. How's he doing it? I don't know. It's perpetual motion though.
Ugh, my allergies have not been kind to me today. Okay.
It sounds like Allie's haven't been either.
I think she's like she's still a little sick, but anyhow.
Can we talk about how Nayuta has figured out the secret to a perpetual motion machine, but using like his cloth?
I mean, we don't know that it we don't know that he's not using energy on it somehow.
I guess he's using psychic energy, so it's not perpetual motion.
It's time for the prisoner's interrogation. So be gone, you putrid-headed criminal abetting lawyer.
What the fuck, dude? I'm your bro. Wait, don't tell me. You're the prosecuting attorney.
What? But that would mean... Is there a problem here?
You bet there is. He's your father.
And your point is... My relation to the accused is irrelevant. The fact remains, I am a prosecutor.
I feel like this is still a breach of law.
Listen, we're in Kurahine. There's no sane law here. I mean, I love it here. Apollo, save me.
No, it's not what I don't think I'm getting through to him. Yeah.
Naida, long time no see, son. How have you been?
Fuck you. Still shitting your pants, son.
Look, I hear you've been serving Garon, rather faithfully, in fact. Whatever happened to our dream of taking her down and changing this country, son? The past is the past. What do you mean? Why are you doing this? It's simple. People change. The Nahida you knew exists no more. Listen, son. I don't know what made you change like this. But you're still my boy even if you prosecute my case. The rest of the Defiant Dragons and I eagerly await your return. Whenever you're ready, we'll welcome you back with open arms. As I said, I've moved on. Now let us waste no more time, for flowers do not blossom simply from talk of the past.
I taught him that line. No, you didn't. You gotta. Why do I get the feeling that there's something he wants to say but can't?
Guard, move the accused to the interrogation room.
Yes, sir. I swear you rubber scum.
Ow, watch it. Not so rough, will ya?
Neither. Is he seriously gonna prosecute his own father? To the royal resident.
You know, Apollo, I've seen a lot of crazy shit today. I'm just kind of glad that, you know, at least my last few days on this earth will be interesting. You know?
Yeah,
That's what I've been learning to
positives.
appreciate. Yeah, the positives.
Oh, you'll be fine. Nobody needs both their kidneys.
I only have the one!
Nobody needs a kidney.
Yes, we do!
You can just have like an artificial. Just don't drink. You'll be fine.
This is so cool.
Go to Amara's tomb. You love it in there. It'll remind you of what your tomb is going to look like.
Well,
It's not going to look like this. We don't have that kind of money,
ask,
Apollo.
Are you all gonna put me in a ditch?
Maybe.
River?
I don't know. Did
With
your
a
parents
tiny
set you up with
shark
anything? Are your parents still alive? I forget. Or are they dead? They're super dead, aren't
I think they're dead.
they? Anyway, so this is the tomb of Amara, the previous queen of Kareen. It's really lavish. Guess you could say it's fit for a queen. Not for an Athena.
The faceless woman in that mural over there, Amara?
No, that's the Holy Mother. She's the one who brought Spirit Channel into Kareen.
Oh, right. The woman in the orb.
No, it's you two. Getting right down to business, I see. Oh, that's not Edgeworth.
Sorry. I forgot to use my voice training voice.
Hey, hi Emma. We heard you'd give us a hand if you needed it.
Yep, Mr. Edgeworth asked me to help where I could. So it's been quite a while since you've been back in Kareen, I hear.
Yeah, more than 10 years, in fact.
Well, you sure didn't waste any time. I mean, you're already mixed up in a murder. You're as big a trouble magnet as Mr. Wright.
Please don't say that. My luck's already bad enough as is.
And Athena, how are you doing? I'm fine. Emma, I hear Prosecutor Sonamati has requested your services again. He seems to have really taken a liking to you. You mean his ephemeral holiness?
I swear I read that as ephemeral hotness. Which would have been very funny.
Damn it. That too. I don't mind that he approved of me and my abilities.
Sad chewing. This is like my favorite Emma. It's really sad chewing.
It's just his people skills need some serious work. When he manages a smile and compliments my work, it's hard to say no. Plus, working on investigations overseas is something experienced, but flying back and forth between here and at home every day is blah blah blah. It's been tough and the lack of sleep has been brutal on my skin. To make matters worse, the defendant in this case is someone I know. I mean, how could this get any worse? Athena, you're fine, right? Yeah,
Maybe she does have it worse.
yeah,
Sounds like they've
but-
got one complicated prosecutor-detective relationship going on. So Athena's been bugging. Do you think you can get her like a passport before she gets her kidney taken? She's being like a real baby about it.
Oh, Athena? Yeah, can you? I don't wanna. No one needs 2 kidneys, Athena. For the last time. Your attorney's badge. Huh.
Well, I normally get the better reaction from you.
I'm tired of collecting your fingerprints. It's kind of lost its luster.
It's the same dialogue. Yeah, but who knows? There could be other people's prints on it.
Oh, that's true. Hand it over, buddy. footprints I found are yours.
It's all dusty now.
I'm having the worst day of anyone here.
Definitely. Anyway, here's the Founder's Orb.
Oh, you must be... Excuse me. You must be my forensic expertise. Just leave it. I don't know why I'm coughing so much. I like... Do you ever like swallow your own spit?
Yeah. I hate that. Yeah. Oh, actually, I was wondering if you could see anything strange about this.
Oh.
Isn't that a sin against the entire religion? Why isn't she saying anything? Hey, look, it's my dad. Hey, Emma, have you determined the cause of death?
Blood loss from a stab wound. A single stab in the back was enough to cause the victim to bleed to death. The estimated time of death is 3 p.m., which is when Dirk came onto the scene.
Totally wasn't him. Any suspects beside Dirk?
No. He, Maya, and the minister were the only ones here. And Maya had been tied up until she was freed by the Queen's Royal Guard.
Could someone have been hiding somewhere in here?
Not likely. I was told this tomb was searched from top to bottom right after the murder. And during that time, the Royal Guard set up a perimeter to prevent anyone from escaping. In other words, the crime scene was completely sealed off.
It's a locked room mystery. Except it's not a mystery. Dirk stabbed the fuck out of him.
It would appear so.
No way for a third party to escape without being spotted, so... Great! It's another one of those convoluted locked room mysteries. Hey, I just realized, do you ever wear gloves?
Huh?
You like
No.
touch bloody bodies, you spray luminol, you touch blood, you touch fingerprints, you touch all
So
sorts
what?
of shit.
I don't get your point, Apollo.
Do you wear like gloves?
No.
I'm not saying gloves on you.
Yeah, I don't.
Isn't that like
Why?
a breach of like everything?
What? No. What? Why would that matter?
About the victim, Minister Inga. How much you want to bet that someone designed like a version of Emma with gloves, and like whoever created the game is like, no, we want to see Emma's hands.
Based.
About the victim, Minister Inga. He was the kingdom's Minister of Justice, correct?
Yes. Inga Karko Kurien was the second most powerful figure in Kurien. Plus, he was married to the Queen.
It's a good thing
That's
his first
part
name
why.
also doesn't begin with a K.
Yeah.
Seems strange that someone of his status would abduct someone.
Apparently, he only told a few of his most loyal subordinates about his plan. That way, there was little chance of the police or even the Queen finding out.
What was Inga hoping to gain by getting his hands on the orb?
That I don't know, but I'm working on it.
I wonder if it was really ready. Wonder if it was really, well, oh boy. I wonder if it really was for what Paul Addison Wimperson said.
Oh, that's me, that's right. I must deliver it to my benefactor at all costs.
What do they want with that relic anyhow?
It's something to do with an old legend. My patron seeks the great power said to be granted to whoever solves its secret.
But wait, Rafa, there's more. Both your parents are fucking garbage. A great power that is said to be bestowed on whoever solves the orb's secret. In Korean, only those who can channel spirits are said to be fit to rule. Was that why Inga wanted such power? Did he want to be king? So this is the tomb of the previous queen.
Yes, Queen Amara was laid to rest here. She lost her life in an arsonist's blaze. What a tragic end. I heard this tomb sits on the actual site of her residence before it was burned down. They built it on the same spot so her soul could rest in peace.
So this is where the fire happened, huh? It's like the burnt tower from Pokemon Gen 2.
Why do you think Minister Inga was holding Miss Faye captive here? It's the perfect spot if you think about it. It's close to his private quarters, which made it easy to keep an eye on his prisoner. And the courtyard is only open to the royal family, so he had little fear of prying eyes. Plus, the tomb is normally locked, and only the royal family is allowed access. that's why he picked this place.
How long had Miss Faye been held captive?
About 6 days.
Really? That long?
It appears that she was severely weakened by her prolonged confinement. She passed out as soon as she was freed and is now on an IV drip at the hospital. She's been asleep ever since.
I sure hope that she's asleep until the final day of the case.
Cough. Poor Miss Faye. Hope she gets better soon. I'd like to see her again before I leave this mortal coil.
Hey, Emma, do you mind if we start looking around?
Sure, I've already got the okay. Knock yourselves out. Oh, and here.
Sarcophagus.
It's a diagram the police drew of the tomb. I thought I'd give you a copy to help your investigation along.
Guess a pot smashed over there. Thank you. Click.
Oh, and let me know if you need my forensic expertise. Don't you dare keep all the fun to yourselves, you hear?
You don't need to worry about that. Besides, I'd hardly classify this as fun. We'll also need your forensic expertise when Athena dies because she has her second kidney removed. Where's the broken one? Is that it? Right there? Oh, great button. Look, one of the statues is broken.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see from here.
Let's check it out when we get a little closer. Okay. Looks like the Holy Mother was painted here to watch over Amara's sarcophagus.
So it's like this tomb is protected by the founder. That must be so reassuring to those she left behind.
Only one problem. They didn't paint the eyes she needs to do said watching. Blech.
Come to think of it, she doesn't have a mouth to smile down at the tomb with either. It's actually kind of creepy. I wonder if being watched over by something like that gives the queen nightmares.
Hey, keep that up and the founder just might come back and watch over you, too.
Like watch over my fucking final resting site? Yeah, maybe.
It's like a small army of monks all neatly lined up. Looks like they're facing the sarcophagus in prayer.
If you look carefully, each one has a slightly different expression.
What if they use real people as models?
Some are frowning, some are smiling. This one looks like he's trying as hard as not to burst out laughing.
Really? Huh. I wonder why.
Maybe it's like those times when things are so intense you can't help but laugh. You know, like at funerals and stuff, when your last kidney's...
You went through all that trouble depicting them? Talk about going overboard. Hey look, Emma. A coffin. This is Amara's sarcophagus. Let's take a closer look. Are we allowed to open this? Fucking no. Obviously not. Hey, these curtains
open, Apollo.
I guess we are. That's one big sarcophagus.
They say the mummy of Amara, the former queen, rests inside.
A mummy, huh? Rat, it's locked. Apollo, what the fuck are you doing?
Hey, don't touch that.
You mean we can't search inside it?
Not a chance. Besides, it's not something anyone would try opening anyway.
What if the real killer's hiding inside?
Hey, anyone in there? Don't do that, you're gonna get us cursed. I'm already gonna die anyways, Emma. Cursed. The queen likely bears a grudge toward the living after such a violent, painful death. So no one dares touch the sarcophagus for fear of incurring her...
You just made that shit up, didn't you?
Oh no, Apollo, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna die?
Don't look at me.
In any case, Athena, we already established you're gonna... Oh, the sarcophagus is temperature control. It's kept really cold to preserve the mummy. So even if someone did decide to hide inside it, they would eventually freeze to death.
I see. But what if they're Mr. Freeze? Still, if they're bundled up, I bet a person could hide in there for a little while. We just open it and fucking... What's his name pops out again? Dirk's compatriot.
Oh, that's...
That's horrible.
I did it! It was me!
Like, what? No, this ain't what it looks like. Which button is it? Is it not that button? It's... No, not that button. There's a button that does this.
You could tap the thing on your screen. And then...
There we go. Guess this is where Inga collapsed when he died. Better take a closer look.
I hope they keep the body outline from the GP version of
He's a
TTYD.
fucking gun. Do you think they unloaded it? Or they just leave a loaded gun here? So the minister was armed, huh?
Mm-hmm. That's a 4-shot pistol. He had it for self-defense, apparently.
4-shot, that's weird. 6-shot is typical for, well, I think of like those revolvers. But I actually recently saw a video where there was like a 9-shot revolver. I'm like, holy fuck. This one, though, it's 4 shots? It's a very odd number.
But it won't be firing anything anytime soon.
Huh?
He was carrying a broken gun around for show? No, we recovered a bullet here. Which means the gun probably broke as the minister fired its last round. Thing is, the gun's chambers are all empty. Yet that one bullet is the only bullet we could find.
That is strange. Where'd all the other 3 shots go?
Maybe Dirk ate them.
What?
I'm sorry, Apollo. I'm trying. I'm gonna fucking die.
I can ask the next time we see him, I guess. Just be ready for his predictably shocking answer.
I don't know if there will be a next time, Apollo.
Hey, look, a phone.
Please, it's a... No, it's no one I can call. I'm doomed.
They're already taking the body away. It's kind of sad how familiar I've become with body outlines.
I have a photo of the body if you're interested. Just like for your own personal kicks. He was stabbed right in the back. The poor guy was practically skewered. What's he wearing on his arms? Those are the cuffs of justice. Seems to be a tradition here for the Minister of Justice to wear those forearm cuffs.
Look like they're made of a thick fabric, so I guess they aren't for protection.
Maybe they're for keeping his sleeves out of the way when handling documents.
Yeah, it's probably their original purpose. But over the years, the reason for wearing them was probably forgotten. So now they're just one of many traditional things that people seem to do without knowing why.
Oh, I get it. Kinda like the way you roll up your sleeves, huh?
Or your psychology, if we're going there.
Happen to know why I started, thank you very much.
I'll take that crime scene photo. Now I want to examine the phone. There we go. I wonder if this is Inga's cell phone.
It should be. His fingerprints are all over it.
Do you know if he talked with anyone recently?
There were a few calls logged between him and his underling. They're all members of the secret police who are directly under the minister's control. You mean like spies?
I don't think that's quite it. And a knife. No! So this is the murder weapon. Emma, did you find any prints on it? Dirk's.
Yep, and they were super clear. They belonged to one Dirk Sadmati.
No, that's not good, but it's not anything different than usual. Were there any others?
There was one more print from another individual, but it was too smudged to identify. It's probably an old print from someone else who had handled the knife.
Oh. Yet another piece of unhelpful info to add to our ever-growing pile, huh? It's not even added as an evidence.
Wow, it's covered in blood.
The blood splatter this large, it must have gotten all over the killer, too. Come to think of it. There's blood on Dirk's clothes.
Circumstantial evidence points to Dirk being the killer.
Well, that's what I've concluded if I were a cop, too. Everything's always so bleak for me. Look, a butterfly. Sarcophagus is surrounded by a curtain. I bet someone could have hidden behind it.
True, but that's one of the many places the Royal Guard checked after storming in. Wow, they were really thorough. Yes, well, apparently one of their members loves mystery novels. He peered into every nook and cranny with an almost frightening gusto.
I feel like they've said that too many times for it not to be a reference now.
And when he was done, he said, "Very interesting. It's like one of those locked room mysteries."
Sounds like he's in the wrong line of work. Hey look, it's that shit that was on the fucking dumbass slider puzzle. Is this supposed to be Amara's channeling a spirit?
That was the thing, that's fine. Oh, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh. Looks like the spirit of some country sultan or something. She seems to be conveying something to her retainers. Hey look, it's Dirk. She's on
fire.
This must be Amara's assassination as allegedly carried out by Dirk. It really made him look evil.
This is the weirdest one of all.
Is that supposed to be Dirk facing his punishment in the afterlife?
Looks like they're gonna take his kidney.
Anyway, I guess that's the last one. Sitting on a bed of spikes with two warthogs. About to stab them.
I guess we're supposed to see this as a happy ending.
Yeah, except nobody came out of the story happy. That's just weird. The baby on a lotus blossom? That's one strange painting.
Apparently that's part of a mural depicting the life and times of Queen Amara. You know, like a storyboard or something.
So that baby's supposed to be Amara, huh? This one, that's not me.
Oh, this one depicts Amara preaching to the faithful.
And her most faithful of all, some fucking dog. Oof. Oh, what's the kid's dog's name? I'll be your guide's dog's name.
Oh,
Shadow?
Yeah. Basketball.
Shadow basketball. It's hard to put into words, but I've never seen anything like it. Let's see, the next one is... Hello, it is I, York. Is that Dirk? Why does he have horns?
My best guess is it depicts the first time Amara and Dirk met.
So he's supposed to be some kind of demon who's seducing her?
Well, he was successful since they got married after that.
The mural continues on the opposite wall. I read it out of order. Anyway, let's check out that mysterious broken vase. One of the statues is broken. Let's take a closer look. Ooh, we got a bunch of stuff here. Actually, I think it's just the fragments. Tamagatama, I think. Did it come from the broken statue?
Look, Apollo, there's another one. But the other statues only have one each.
Hey, you're right. Maybe the statue was special or something. This thing's more splintered than statue right now.
The bullet from the victim's gun did a real number on it. It seems like something you'd get cursed for, you know?
In Minister Inga's case, I'd say getting your ticket punched is curse enough.
Yeah, but don't curses extend to the afterlife? That's the other reason why I'm worried.
You need to stop taking what Nayuta says so seriously.
I'm perfectly capable of thinking for myself.
And we got a little bullet. And also a shiny thing. Look, there's a bullet here.
It's from the pistol the victim was carrying. My guess is he tried to shoot his attacker, but missed, and the bullet ended up here.
So then I fired, and I missed.
We've already determined the rifling marks to be a match to his gun.
Rifling marks?
Rifling marks?
Oh,
Aren't
no.
those...
Oh, no.
Oh, shall I explain? The science behind it is absolutely fascinating.
No, no, we're good!
Lawyers think they're so smart.
You do realize we can hear you. You know what they're kind of like, Apollo? No. There's something shiny down here. It's a pendant. There's blood on it.
There's blood on it. I wonder who it belongs to. We all know it's not the victims. No one in the royal family recognized it.
Emma, did you lift any fingerprints from it?
I did, but I wasn't able to get a clean one.
Yeah, that's too bad.
But the blood turned out to be the victims.
That means it must have fallen here in the course of the murder. It might be Dirk's. I should ask him about it later. Inga. Alright, what's left? I guess I can examine that thing? Is that a candle? This is the grape juice Inga was drinking. He was probably nervous before his meeting with Dirk.
So he drank grape juice? I'm not seeing the logic here.
Oh, it's a censorship from the original version where it was wine. But this game's rated T for teen. Why would they censor it? Mr. Wright told me all about it when he was hospitalized a few years ago. He said grape juice has something in it that helps you relax.
Really? Are you sure he was talking about regular plain old grape juice? Ellie.
What did Alex say?
Ellie so before, a second ago she said beans, and then after I read that line, she said no beans.
What?
Like, check the line. So before the last line, she said something about beans, and then when I read the line, she was like, no, beans.
Sure, it's talking about plain old grapes. Okay.
Because it sounds like he was talking about the fermented variety.
No, he couldn't have meant
Not
that.
of beans!
I meant we're talking about a medical facility. They wouldn't have allowed something like that in.
Right, let's just leave it at that.
Is there a note there on the table? Well, look, a chair. Miss Faye was apparently tied to that chair. Let's take a closer look. We should try to cover every angle possible here. Slide the touch screen, or use the circle pad to look around carefully in this area.
Apollo, what the fuck are you talking about?
Ooh, yeah, get some good action shots of that chair.
I bet you didn't know, but I happen to be a bit of an escape artist myself. Trucy showed me how to do a rope escape trick.
Uh-huh. And why would you bother learning something about that?
Because we're always getting into trouble when working cases with Mr. Wright. So I thought it might come in handy someday.
Well, I guess you're right about that. Miss Faye could definitely use that knowledge.
That's right. So now you just sit right here and we'll get started.
What in the world gave you the idea I wanted to learn? Nothing particularly interesting here. Poor Miss Faye. She must have been tied up to this chair.
I can just imagine how much her backside must have hurt after sitting here for so long.
It's probably the most back pain anyone's had in this room ever. Would have been torture for you, I bet. I mean, you don't know how to sit still.
If by that you mean I like to stay active, then I have to agree with you.
Alright, there's some blood. Look, there's a bloodstain on one of the chair legs.
Really? Hey, you're right. I completely missed that.
Let's move the chair so we can check under it. There's more blood underneath the chair leg.
I wonder what it's doing there. I have some luminol here. Why don't you do some testing around it?
Look. Maya Fey did it. The bloodstain leads all the way to the sarcophagus. Emma, is this...
Is this Mr. Inga's blood? Hold on one second. Huh? That's strange. I didn't get a match.
So then whose blood is it? Dirk and Miss Faye weren't wounded as far as we know. The blood's been
The
wiped
blood's been
up.
wiped up by someone for some reason.
I need you to tell me. It's actually not me, like, thinking, oh shit, I'm Athena. It's actually me just assuming that the next line is also going to be Apollo, but I keep forgetting that it switches back and forth. Yeah, it's strange, too. Plus, they also both begin with A. Mysterious bloodstain out of the court record.
That's what got me once or twice, is they start with A and it's not showing the character.
Yeah. Or sometimes it shows the character, but it's someone else speaking.
Usually that doesn't get me. Usually I don't get tripped up at all, but...
Yeah. I guess you are just built different.
I'm
so.
built different, yeah. Exactly. I'm God's favorite princess, so... That's why I opened, like, more than $100 of value on my release kit.
Yeah. That was his gift to you. Was Magic the Gathering cards.
And then I used the store credit from winning pre-release to buy a $50 deck for $3 of tax.
Nice.
That's like my God's favorite princess RNG turning in.
There's a painting up there, but I can see what's very well from. I can't see it very well from here. Okay. What have I not checked? Wait, what was that? That thing? It's full of ash. My guess would be that this is an incense burner.
Hey, look, Apollo. There's something in the ashes.
Let's see what it is. Oh, well, that seems pretty important. Is that a gemstone? Wonder what it's doing here. Looks like a jade.
I've got this one covered, Apollo. Would you like to hear my brilliant theory?
Well, I guess it wouldn't do us any harm.
You know how people make wishes by throwing coins into a fountain, right?
You know, on second thought, I'm good.
What? You sure you don't need to hear my theory? I was just about to get to the good part.
Let's just ask Emma. That'll be much quicker. Hey, Emma, what's this gemstone doing here?
Oh, that. It's not a gem, it's a button, albeit a very expensive one, from the victim's jacket. Must have fallen off and gotten in there somehow.
Must have been the wind. See, every puzzle has an answer, Athena.
Well, I thought my idea was pretty good. Wait, what's with the soot? See here, on the gemstone.
Hey, you're right. Gemstone added to the court records. Tossed in there and the incense was burning, I guess. Is that all incense? Does that all burn?
I don't think so.
It's full of ash. They must burn incense in here. Oh, no, definitely not.
So, I was wondering, Apollo, did the ash come from the incense sticks that were burned in this? Or do people put their incense in after there was already ash in here to hold them up?
Don't be silly, Athena. The answer is simple. The ash is the product of prayers from the countless visitors who come here. It's not a chicken or the egg kind of thing.
Oh, that's an interesting take on it. It's so much more poetic than mine.
And what about the left one? Nothing. Alright, now what's left? I don't know, like the candles? The door? Guess I haven't checked the door. Someone could have hid behind these curtains.
Here, I'll go give it a try.
Apollo, I'm stuck in the curtains!
Well, can you tell I'm hiding here?
No, I can't tell at all. That's it. That's the perfect hiding place.
We did it, Apollo. We solved the case. Sorry to burst your bubble, but the Royal Guard searched the tomb high and low right after they stormed in, and they said no one else was in here besides Minister Inga, Dirk, and Miss Faye.
Well, back to the drawing board, I guess.
My brilliant deduction destroyed in 3 sentences.
There we go. I did it. I saved the world. think we've covered just about everything. Maybe we should go over what we've learned so far.
For starters, we're dealing with a locked room murder.
Again.
But instead of the tomb being locked, it was being cordoned off by the royal guard. And after the murder, no one was found to be hiding inside.
Right. In addition... that looks like a fucking Minecraft gun.
It does. It really
Sometimes guns look really fucking stupid. It's like, there's some guns that look really cool, but then there's guns that look like blocky pieces of shit.
Mm-hmm.
I also know that Dirk's fingerprints are all over the murder weapon.
The curtain around the sarcophagus was drenched in the victim's blood on one side. The blood must have also gotten on the killer when they stabbed the minister from behind.
Dirk had blood on him when the crime was first discovered. Fortunately, he doesn't remember what happened. You know what's a great example of that? Fucking Borderlands. Borderlands has, like, a gun company called Teddior in the first game, and like in the other ones. But in the first game, if you use a Teddior pistol, it looks like a fucking tube. It is so lame looking. Meanwhile, you get like a Vladoff one that actually has like some spikes and rims, and it kind of looks like sleek. It's like, nice. The fucking Teddior ones look like shit. This is not good. She's not getting my Borderlands references.
I'm just focusing on my kidney, okay? So what we know so far is... things couldn't be worse for our case, and that's still an understatement somehow.
Yeah, it's looking pretty grim.
Oh, if you two are done here, I'll have to ask you to leave. Go on, scoot.
Something wrong, Emma? Are you trying to give us the boot?
It's just easier if you're not here when His Ephemeral Holiness... Also, I've always kind of wanted to... No, I mean, yeah. You shouldn't be here. Ah! Emma, I'm here with... Oh, we're not alone.
Speak of the devil.
But Prosecutor Sanwari... Detective Sky, it seems you've spoken at length with these two lawyers. I do hope you've also kept an eye on them. Yes, of course. Like a hawk. They didn't touch a single thing.
Why is the curtain open?
That was me?
Who moved the chair?
Also me?
Why did they remove the green thing from the ash?
One thing I should... If we go, like, kiss or something, can you ignore it? Please?
Somebody go get my Del Taco first.
Yeah, Del Taco's great. Give a lawyer an inch and they'll take a mile. Never forget that.
There's that look of distrust again. Hey, Nayuda. Do you really believe that Dirk's guilty? Are you seriously gonna prosecute this case? I mean, he's your father. You were once part of the Defiant Dragons, weren't you? Hey, Nayuda, wait! I said wait! Come on, Athena, after him.
Huh? Oh, right behind you.
Wow. Bye, Emma, I guess.
You know, the one thing I really like about him, Apollo, the thing that really just brings me to him, he just sucks. God, I hate him.
Who needed?
Yeah. Put in a good word for me, okay, Apollo?
Yeah, we'll do it, Emma. You should really get back together with Kay. I know she's, like, going comatose, like, 8 times because she keeps going for the grimace shakes, but, like, I still think it's healthier.
That's the thing, it's such a hassle, right?
You know, would you stop already?
What do you want?
It's about Dirk. Would you please hear me out? And also, would you give Emma, like, a good word?
What?
Don't worry about it. She just asked for that. Anyway.
Okay. I fail to see why I should. Now, if you'll excuse me. I meant on the Dirk thing, not the Em.
Yuta, are you afraid of what I might have to say? If not, then there's no harm in listening, right?
Very well. Speak. But make it quick. There is much I must do.
Why does everything have to be so difficult with you? Alright, so listen, Yuta. Athena is being really annoying about this whole take your kidney if you don't have a passport thing. Oh,
So
no, we abolished that last year. Oh, you did. Oh.
No, I'm just pulling your leg. Do you want us to get it over with so she dies already? See, sometimes improv is a yes and, but that was there. I decided to no but.
That's how it is.
I know, but sometimes.
So I know you'll be prosecuting Dirk's case, but aren't there any other prosecutors in this country? Why does it have to be you? I think people just ask that every single fucking Phoenix Wright game.
Yeah, they do. Her Eminence, Queen Garan, personally requested that I serve as prosecutor.
She did. That would make it hard to say no. Oh, blip? Not blip.
Not blip. Her Eminence thinks highly of my prosecutorial skills.
Still, she didn't have to ask you to handle a case against your own father. Be honest, you really don't want to do this, do you?
You speak of love and sentiment.
Yeah, I guess so.
I do not deny such human emotions, but the law is the law, and placing personal feelings above it is beyond reprieve.
I think the law already has a thing where you're supposed to separate them, and this is definitely like a breach of that, but
We are not in Japanifonia, Apollo.
yeah, I know.
Do you disagree?
Well, no, I don't disagree, but
Civilizations only exist due to the confines of the law. Without them, love and sentiment would lack the fertile soil they need to flourish. Do you disagree?
no, but
The law must be obeyed. This truth sits above all else, including personal feelings. Therefore, whether or not I am the son of the accused is of no consequence. It is that simple. Or would you say otherwise?
but
Come on, Apollo, tell him how wrong he is.
but don't you, you know, wish it wasn't that way?
It appears I have wasted my breath on you. And the winner is Prosecutor Sanmari!
Thanks, Athena.
Still spewing empty words devoid of meaning or consequence, I see. You putrid red pepper.
I know I'm right. But he have to be so eloquent about his point? It's like he's trying to cover something up with his pretty words.
Apollo, I'd cut back on the debates with him if I were you. Just stick to questions like the one you wanted to ask.
Okay. My attorney badge.
Why is that badge before me?
Remember how we used to talk about what we wanted to be back when we were kids? I wanted to be a lawyer, and you a prosecutor. Said you wanted to prosecute bad guys to make sure they get punished.
Yes, passing judgment upon evil. That is my calling, and it is why I have taken this case.
You think Dirk's evil?
He who goes against what is righteous and holy, I shall reap his soul with all my power, whoever he may be, for that is my role.
I'll just have to defend his soul with all my power, Nayuda. Also, we found the Founder's Orb.
Yeah, okay. I guess we haven't presented shit to him before. The putrid-minded lawyer seeks information from me.
Come on, throw me a bone here.
I think not.
Well, aren't we stingy? Hey, look, it's my dad.
So, it's getting late. I wanted to finish this scene, but if we're gonna present everything, then I can't.
Okay, we'll finish the scene. Nayuda, I wanted to ask you about that hostage situation. Inga said he had something dear to Dirk in the palm of his hand. He's using that person along with his hostage as leverage in obtaining the orb.
That's news to me.
Well, that's what Inga said.
You can kiss your chances of getting the orb goodbye.
My fee ain't my only, how shall I say this, insurance, you know, Dirk.
What?
I've got someone dear to you right in the palm of my hand, see? Now that one, well, you can imagine what kind of things I could do, right? I'd see you're seeing things my way. Got the impression Dirk had no choice but to follow Inga's demands after he heard that. So who do you suppose this special person is? I'm assuming it's Rafa. Because of how she feels about him. But it could also be Nayuta, I guess, in a sense.
I wouldn't know.
My bracelet's reacting.
Oh,
Hey, Nayuta, about what you just said.
There's the bracelet.
Don't worry, we'll figure this out swiftly. Ah, ow, ow, my bracelet's crushing my wrist. That really hurts. What the heck's going on?
I'm wise to your tricks, you putrid pepper. That bracelet reacts to the anxieties of the people around you by squeezing your wrist. But now that I know how it works, I can make it tighten around your wrist anytime I wish. Consider this a warning.
I don't know how he did it. This renders my bracelet useless. This is like in the fucking 5th game, or the 4th? Yeah, 5th game with the Falcon.
Such devilry is powerless in the face of the Holy Mother's blessings. Looks like your special power won't work against Prosecutor Sanmati, Apollo.
I guess I have another special power. Just fucking deck Samani in the face.
We'll have to try something else.
You're right. We'll just have to ask Dirk about this. This is a very video gamey moment.
It appears
Huh?
you intend to go through with a trial you have no hope of winning. Grow up, Mr. Justice. We are no longer children, you and I.
Oh, the one who needs to grow up, Nayuta. In case you didn't hear, I won my last case against none other than Mr. Wright. I bet you've done that before. Oh, wait.
You tell him, Apollo. Get his ass.
No, we're brothers.
Not literally.
Plus, Emma would get upset.
Not literally.
Is he mad? I can never tell with him.
This trial is different. Your foolishness will only earn you a death sentence for aiding and abetting a criminal. And those who die as criminals are doomed to be reborn in the next life as something lower than a bug or vegetable.
If you die as a criminal, you die in real life.
You would
What?
be lucky to return to this realm as a patch of mold.
Molds? That's pretty harsh.
If you wish to avert such a fate, abandon this folly before it is too late.
Did I ever tell you about the day I realized that my name rhymed with moss? That was a good day.
Yeah, totally.
I don't care if I end up as a dollop of blue cheese dressing in my next life. I'm gonna defend Dirk in court.
You fool. Know this. I intend to prosecute the accused with all my might, no matter what you say or do. Consider yourself forewarned. Now, if you will excuse me.
Dude, he's totally scrying. He's probably a scry 3 at least.
Peter Sanmati knows his father will be publicly executed, found guilty. Yet he won't show even an ounce of mercy.
Mercy this, motherfucker. Nayuta, is this really you? Have you really changed? Do you really plan on sending Dirk to his death? Do you even hear me? Don't Dirk and I matter to you anymore? To be cunt.
Okay, that and so that, my friend, is a 6th of chapter 6 air quotes done.
We've done a 6th.
You've done a 6th.
Why
Keep in
is
mind,
it
this
so
was also
fucking long?
technically still chapter 5 because I didn't decide to move it. Anyways, that's where we're gonna leave it, and I'm gonna head off because
Yeah, it is late. So when we come back next time, maybe Athena will still be alive.
I'm not really confident about
We need more female representation in this game. There's not enough of them. They had to get rid of, like, getting rid of Gumshoe was one start, but they could do better.
Anyhow, I'll see you tomorrow for campaigning.
Yep. Bye-bye.